Dear friends, this is Clementinum in Prague, Czech Republic. It is a historic complex of buildings in Prague, which houses the National Library of the Czech Republic. This tour is called the Clementinum Astronomical Tower and Baroque Library Tour. You need to book this tour in advance, as the tour is very popular and limited to a selected number of visitors per tour. The journey starts from the Baroque Library, which was first opened in 1722 as a part of the Jesuit university based in Clementinum. It houses over 20,000 volumes of mostly foreign theological literature coming into Clementinum from the beginning of the 17th century until recent times. Books with white painted spines and red marks have been in the library since the time of the Jesuits. The interior of the Baroque library has remained intact since the 18th century. The hall is decorated with ceiling frescoes by Jan Hebel, depicting allegorical motifs of education and portraits of Jesuit saints, patrons of the university, and prominent representatives of this order. At the head of the hall is a portrait of Emperor Joseph II, who arranged for the books from abolished monastic libraries to be sent to Clementinum. Also remarkable is the collection of geographical and astronomical globes in the center of the library. These are mainly works of the Jesuits. Among the globes are also astronomical clocks, constructed mainly by Jan Klein. This Baroque library, described as the most beautiful library in the world. You can view the Baroque library from the main door but cannot enter it. Temperature and humidity are controlled inside the library with modern technology to protect the books. This library has been awarded the UNESCO Memory of the World Prize. The library currently contains several important and unique works that have global significance. Also worth mentioning is the fact that the National Library has recently provided some historical books to Google for digitization. After the completion of the entire process, the books will be available in a digital library on Google Books. Then the tour continued to the Meridian Hall in the Astronomical Tower. This tower was built in 1722 to a height of 68 meters. At the top stands a statue of Atlas carrying the celestial sphere. Construction of the tower was related to the development of astronomical studies in the country. At the time of the construction of Clementinum, such astronomers as Tycho Brahe, Johannes Kepler, or Thaddeus Hayek worked in Prague. Astronomical instruments were installed in the tower, and it became the main spot for astronomical measurements. The observatory was from the foundation under state control. After the First World War, it became part of the newly founded State Observatory of Czechoslovakia, and the Clementinum Tower was until 1928 its only observatory in Bohemia. The observatory in Clementinum worked until World War II. The observatory is also used for meteorological measurements. Daily temperature measurements were recorded continuously from 1775. Rainfall measurements were conducted since 1804. All meteorological measurements are performed in Clementinum today and has become one of the oldest ones in the world. Before reaching the top of the tower, there is one more stop, the original workroom of the observatory. There used to be smaller astronomical, geophysical, and meteorological instruments from the 19th century in here, coming mainly from the workshops of Jesuit scholars and mechanics. Most of them are still displayed here today. In addition to astronomical and meteorological observations, experiments in physics were also conducted in this room. Today, visitors of Clementinum can climb the tower to a height of 52 meters, where they have a unique view of the city and its finest monuments.